Once I hit you with that bad space, you ain't coming back. No control, all delete, give me space. Like tag, hit you with that bad space, you ain't coming back.
Welcome back to the series where I play random games given to me or found on my Xbox with no knowledge of what we're playing. I'm sorry. It's probably going to be another visual novel. I don't know what, like, was there a time where Radalaika was just all up on the visual novel game, looking for devs and people building games of this type? Shout out to Radalaika. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to review this game. The game in question is Roommates. The background around these characters looks like we're either in a school or like a talent contest. The girl in the blue in the center, she kind of gives me the same vibes of the one girl from Just Say that hated us because they saw us touch the girl that was dead. I mean, she looks happier here. But it's definitely like the same, I would say. Heck, even the girl on the far left looks like the girl that worked at the coffee store. Are we using the same characters going forward? Is that what we're doing? Anyways, I'm going to bring the music back on shortly. I felt like if I actually had the music running at the same time, you guys wouldn't be able to hear me anyways. It's got Total Drama Island. For the Canadian people out there, Total Drama Island vibes. Definitely off this game. But I'll bring back in the music here in a second, and we'll get going. I do have a PYP set up for us. Definitely a safe for work one. But let's jump back in. But I hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. This is my 5th game reviewing for today. But see, like, you're already, like, just jumping into the options alone gives you that vibe of visual story. We have text speed, the auto forwarding, skipping after choices. I don't even know what that means. But let's bounce over here and turn the music back on. We're going to pop it down a little bit, though. But like I said, it definitely has like Total Drama Island. For my Americans in the comments, do you guys know what Total Drama Island is? Did that actually make it down past the border? A lot of our television doesn't make it past the border. But we see all yours, obviously. Play the game as probably the guy singing right now, or the girl that hated us. Let's play the girl that hated us. Anne thinks that college could be a fresh start that she needs to break out her shell. Her goal is at least to make 3 new friends while keeping her grades. Wait. Max's plan is to stay in school long enough to save up enough money through part-time jobs to get by without his parents' financial support, then drop out and start a pop rock band. Yeah, that's not me. I mean, truth be told, I didn't actually finish school. But let's see. Oh, right off the bat, we're already sad. Choose the simulation gameplay difficulty. It would only affect how quickly you improve the stats, but nothing else. So this has a stats ability. We'll go with normal. College. A glorious new world filled to the brim with opportunities for education. Community. Oh, whoa. Oh, and also absolutely soul-shaking terrifying. The population of my hometown. Yeah, we're going to turn that off. That's way too quick. It's around 5,000. This is a tiny town. But look how large this... Oh, no, that's right. This is not her hometown. Until now, the farthest I've ever gone for home is 10 miles. And that was when... I was to stay with my grandparents while our house was getting fumigated. Ooh. She had some problem with infestation. Currently, right now, I'm looking to get an exterminator to come to my house because I have mice. Fun times with that. Psychos in the wall, in the ceiling. So I'm hoping that we can get that fixed up next week. I'll let you guys know how that went. But the PYP for today, last time, just let you know, whether you play the PYP or not, the top comment will be placed in the video. And put that on the screen right now. I hope there's an actual comment there. But definitely let me know down in the comments below what you think of these PYP in the sense of, like, what would you do, right? So today is, would you rather, dun dun dun, be unable to walk in a straight line, it's like constantly drunk, or travel exclusively by a horse-drawn carriage? Like, are we talking about, like, in respects to, like, our day-to-day lives? Like, when we go out of the house? Or are we talking about, like, within the house? Like would I need, like, a horse-drawn carriage to go to the toilet? Or get food? Let's make the assumption that it's, like, outside. Right? 100% I'm taking the second one. I mean, it's not to say that traveling, like, in a wobbly line all the time is a really bad thing. It's not like you can't live. Like, if someone's just like, hey, it's over there, you're going to get there. You're just not going to get there in, like, a straight line, right? But, like, exclusively a horse-drawn carriage, I would feel so posh to do that. I'd feel okay with that. I'm okay with that. What would you do? Let me know down in the comments below. Yeah. I've had a hard time looking strangers in the eye, let alone talking to them. You may wonder what a shy small-town girl like me is doing at Liberty University, the third largest school in the state. Was that New York State? I'm starting to wonder myself. I thought I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, but this might be too much. As I walk down the street, I feel like everyone is staring at me. They're not. They're really not. Okay. Deep breaths. Relax. Smile naturally when you make eye contact. You don't even have to look at them. It's only a short distance to the place. I'll be staying for the rest of the year. I'm living in a house on campus. Well, that's not bad. I actually stayed in residence my last year in college. Was it my last year? No, it wasn't my last year in college. My first year in college, I actually drove from here to my college, which is about an hour and a half. Then I stayed down there at a house near campus. My second, I guess you would say my third year of college, that was residence. So I did residence for 2 years. And then I guess you would say my fifth and sixth years, again, I lived back down there. Heck, I'm even getting to the point where I'm forgetting, like, when I lived somewhere and when I didn't live somewhere. Anyways, it's a little more expensive, but most of my tuition is covered through scholarships anyway, and dorm living sounds loud and chaotic. It is! It totally is! If you guys want to hear stories about my time at a small town dorm, you let me know. I got crazy stories from that place. The opposite of what I want. I think it'll be worth the investment. There's no way we could have studied there in any way, shape, or form. Are you Anne? A cute, well-dressed young man stands at the door of my house, holding a bundle of papers in his hand. This must be my RA. Why do you have an RA if you're not living in dorms? Deep breaths. Yes. My name is Dominic. I'm the RA for Latin House. Latin House. You have, like, specific dorms for what? Like, is that language? Hi, I'm Anne. Come on in. I have a seat. And have a seat. I'll start the orientation in a few minutes. Isn't this my house? Thank you. I'm trying not to think about how often I'm looking at the floor. Just another thing to work on this year. I'm about to step inside when... Wham! I'm knocked to the ground by someone barreling past me. Whoops, sorry. This girl looks like she's going to a party. She keeps running into the house. Hey, Isabella! I can't believe she just... He gives me a look of concern and holds out his hand. I am so sorry. That was incredibly rude of her. Are you alright? Can you stand? I think so. I take his hand and try to stand up. I didn't twist my ankle, but that still kind of hurt. I'm having a hard time thinking of anything that would just have justified running that fast, let alone not having time to stop and apologize. Is everyone in this house like this? Oh, not at all. He hesitates. Well, everyone has their eccentricities, but they're not all like Isabella, I swear. I would have quit this gig ages ago if they were. It's supposed to be he? He gives me a reassuring smile. I want to make sure everyone here has a good living experience, so if anything's bothering you, just come talk to me. Thank you. Again. I'm glad there's at least one person here I can talk to. Dominic seems very kind. Finally, I enter the house I'll be calling home for the next year. The first floor is huge. I can immediately see an oversized couch facing a nice big screen TV. There's also some kind of breakfast nook with a big table, an area with several bookshelves surrounding a bunch of comfortable looking chairs. I sit on the couch and take a book out of my purse. I love books of all flavors. At the moment, I've got a rather promising fantasy novel to start. Before I get too far into the story, though, Dominic comes back, a young man with spiked hair swaggering in after him. Oh, that's the other guy we could have chose. It almost looks like Dominic doesn't like him. Tall, handsome, bad boy vibe. The kind of boy my parents always warned me to stay away from, despite not actually having someone like him in a 70-mile radius. Even when they're standing next to each other, he and Dominic seem like they're from parallel worlds. Sup? I'm Max. Anne. Just as I thought, it's hard to look him in the eye. At least I maintain eye contact for a moment. Hey, no need to be shy. Anyone sitting here? Ahem. Why don't you take a seat over there? Dominic points to the opposite end of the couch. What? I can't sit next to her? It's better that you both have more space. Bull, you just want to have her to your... Dominic slams a packet of papers in front of Max with surprising force. Here are the house rules. He walks over to me and hands me a packet as well, more delicately. I guess Max just irritates him. Let's go over them together. And would you like to start? Okay. There shall be no consumption, storage, or sale of alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs in the housing area, nor shall any underage person be in the housing area while under the influence of the aforementioned substances. Students found in violation of this regulation are subject to dismissal from the housing area and remittance of unused rent under the terms of the contract. I have never touched a drop of liquor in my life. I shouldn't have to worry about this rule. There shall be no pets housed in or around the building. That's too bad. A hamster might have been nice. Oh well, I should probably concentrate in school anyways. I'll go next. The sidewalk, entries, and stairwells of this building shall not be obstructed or used for any other purpose than for entering and exiting the respective areas of the house. What would you use? I guess she's talking about the sidewalk, but like entries. No student shall interfere in any manner with any portion of the heating and lighting apparatus or fire protection equipment in or about the house. There will be no flammable materials or explosives stored in or about the housing area. Blatantly causing fire hazards. They only put rules in after someone's done something dumb. I'm really having second thoughts about this place. Now Max. Now Max what? Read the next two. Read the next two what? Read the next two rules, please. Well, since you asked so nice. Students shall not play musical equipment or instruments at such hours and at such volume as to disturb other students in the dormitories. Well, that's good. I hate when my sleep schedule gets interrupted. There'll be no firearms or weapons permitted in or about the housing area. It is vital to Dominic that his iron-fisted rule over the populace of this household be lasting and eternal, such that any rebellion can be crushed within a moment's notice. Ha ha, very funny. Read it properly. Hey man, I'm just reading what's on the paper. I read rule number 6. Oh wow, that is actually kind of amusing. I'll be right back. Isabella! Dominic drops everything and tears up the stairs with the speed of an angry bull. Isabella? As in the Isabella that bumped into me earlier? She may have been rude, but I can't help but admire the sheer audacity it must have taken to edit the rules sheet right under Dominic's nose. I wish I could be half as fearless as that. Dominic left so fast he dropped our keys. Max stands up and tosses me mine. I just managed to catch it. Well, I'm gonna bring in my gear, then tour the rest of this place. You coming? Explore with Max or walk around by yourself? Wouldn't mind walking around with a handsome guy. But I'm sure if I want to be alone with this particular handsome guy, if the way he acted around Dominic's any indication, he's pretty confrontational. I'm terrible at dealing with confrontational. I think I'd rather explore by myself. Aw, come on, I don't bite. Well, not till the 4th date anyway. That's when you do the weird stuff. Oh, interesting. He actually winks at me. Did he seriously just... I think I'd rather explore by myself, please. I gotcha. He looks disappointed. I really hope we aren't actually girls out there who fall for that sort of thing. I bring my luggage up to my room. I had no idea what to pack for a year away from home. Only 1 year? So I brought as much as I could. All of my clothes, old notebooks, old scrapbooks, a microwave, my favorite tea mug, my favorite tea strainer, an ironing board, my sewing machine, my sewing kit, my bin of yarn, and knitting needles. The pillows I made in 6th grade, the needlepoint I made in 7th grade, pictures of my grandparents, parents, and extended family, my laptop, my cell phone, chargers for my laptop and my cell phone, and my 50 favorite books. I arrange things as neatly as I can before heading out, though the sheer volume of items makes my room look more claustrophobic than before. I hope there's a thrift store near in town. That's the same thing the last one said. Maybe not the last one. Yeah, it was the last one. Nicole. She was all about boutiques. There's a sweet smell and some soft ambient music coming from the room next to mine. I wonder who lives there. I knock lightly on the door. No response. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I take a deep breath and give the door a louder knock. Hello? A pretty blonde girl peeks out from behind the door. What is this, the sanctuary house for intensely attractive people? If so, what am I doing here? I'm beginning to feel somewhat insecure about my appearance, to say the least. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Was I disturbing you? Not at all. I feel an awkward silence coming on. I should introduce myself before my flight response kicks in. I'm Anne. You? I'm Sally. I just moved in this past Friday. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you. Is that incense? Oh, this is just for my meditation purposes. The energy here is so hectic that I feel like there's needs to be something tranquil to balance it out. Energy? Energy. You know, things like auras, the spiritual forces connecting everything in this world. Well, if there's too much of one kind of energy, then... Rakesh, get in here. Sally winces. Everything ripples outwards from there. I'm going to keep meditating. You're welcome to join me if you like. No, thank you. Maybe some other time. Sitting in a smoke-filled room with a complete stranger, even one who seems perfectly nice, is still far outside my comfort zone. Okay, I'll see you at dinner. She waves cheerfully before shutting the door. I walk towards the yelling noises. It would be rude to hide out and eavesdrop. I should at least see what's going on. It sounds like this will be interesting. I work further down the hall, while following the sound of Isabella's outrage. The door to what I can only assume is her room is half open. I go inside to see what the commotion is about. And that's it. Not gonna lie, this one's definitely even pulling even further away from the one that we saw before. Like, we had Just Say. Just Say was good. That actually had me paying attention to it, even though I was kind of dicey about the fact that it might be like really detective-ish. Nicole was overly complex but made you read everything. This is the same thing. You're reading everything, and it's not hooking me. Like, the story is just like, you've done this story. So for me, this is a no. If you are definitely into visual novels, maybe this is definitely up your alley. I hope we can get to some different games that are away from visual novels. It seems to be a trend going on. We're literally hitting at 3 out of 4 games are visual novels. So fingers crossed, everybody, that next time it's not a visual novel. So until next time, remember, I was almost going to say it. I was almost going to say the old tagline. Whether you're online or offline, stay focused, get yours. See ya!